Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're talking about Arsenal. I've spoken about this thing a few times on the channel before. It's the Kickstarter project. Whoops. I spoke about it last year when it was first released on Kickstarter, and I did a unboxing of it just recently. On the weekend I used it for the first time, and it's a great little thing. It's actually, like, it's going places, it's brilliant. But this is just, there's some great things about it and there's some things that I would change, and this video is sort of aimed at Arsenal. What they're great at is watching videos of people that have bought their thing and taking from them. So yeah, this video is for anyone that's thinking about getting Arsenal or is getting it and the person is really excited. And also for Arsenal themselves. So a few things that I want to talk about is, first off, what is Arsenal? Arsenal is a little thing that goes on top of your camera. It basically adds, it's like an AI that goes onto your camera. It helps with improving your photos. It has really nice auto mode. I don't use that though. It also has different photo stacking capabilities, like in-camera HDR, in-camera long exposure stacking, and focus stacking. Yeah, so I just want to talk about a few of them. And yeah, first off, I'm going to talk about the convenience of this paired with the app. It's great. It is super convenient having a wireless thing where you can control all your settings and everything from your phone. It's really nice. And like, I was out at a farm. I was doing a astro shoot, and we were sitting by a fire. Everyone was sitting by a fire, and I was walking around and, you know, taking photos and things. So I could set up my camera around the fire, and then I could change settings, everything from, you know, sitting with everyone, and click the shutter from there, and see the photo from there as well. And that was really convenient. As well as that, there were also many features that I didn't really get to try out. I kept on getting shocked by the amount of things that this thing can do, because I was going through settings at times, and I really did notice that there were a lot of things that I hadn't tried out, and I'm excited to try out. So this is just a brief first impressions of the thing, because I really did not try out the whole thing. A few things that I did try out is obviously, you know, changing settings from your phone and things like that. And briefly, the long exposure stacking, which I have a few complaints about, as well as time-lapse, the time-lapse feature. I tried to try that, but it didn't work. Of course, don't get me wrong, like, it's brilliant, it's really convenient, and I can totally see that it's going to work. But a few complaints about the app, and a few things that I want to recommend. If Arsenal is watching this video, I want to recommend the ad. Glitches that I noticed. So after you take a photo, sometimes, and you go to look at the photo on your phone, sometimes the photo doesn't come up. Sometimes the display when you tap to see the photo is just grey. It stays grey, and that got really annoying, because once that happened, it would happen to every single other photo on there, you know, after you took them. And to fix that, I would have to disconnect from Arsenal, which was really annoying, and reconnect, and then it would happen again, and so on. What I did notice is sometimes the reason why that happens is because you tap to see the photo too quickly after the camera's taken it. But still, that shouldn't be a problem. Doing a time-lapse, I think it was marketed to be able to keep going even if your phone went out of range. The time-lapse would keep shooting. But I tried that and it didn't work. So I set off the time-lapse at around 10:30. I wanted to do a couple-hour time-lapse for the Milky Way Center that was setting at 12:30, and the time-lapse didn't keep going. I went away, watched a bit of TV for about an hour, came back, and it had taken 2 photos. That was annoying. I just did an hour time lapse. I didn't get to use the time lapse because it was 3 seconds long, and I actually didn't use Arsenal for that. I just used a normal time lapse remote. And that was quite annoying. That's one thing that I would add, especially for something that like Arsenal, where it's really marketed to be the best time lapse thing on the market. Yeah, that was quite annoying, especially when, you know, there was an hour of photos that wasn't shot. But hey, you know, it happens, and I'm glad I picked that out because I get to talk about it in this video. Another thing that, this bugged me so much. When I would be connected from my phone to the Arsenal, I would turn off my phone instinctively after I took the photo, after I pressed the shutter, or if I was adjusting the angle a bit or something, I would turn off my phone instinctively or something like that, or I would close the app. But every time you do that, you have to reconnect to the Arsenal, and that gets really annoying. So I would say for something like that, I'm not sure. I'm not a coder, but maybe if there's some way to stay connected to the app when you go out of the app, that would be wonderful. Like, that would, you know, save a lot of people from going insane. And especially when it comes to long exposure stacking, because those long exposure stacking can take a long time. 15 minutes is the longest you can go at the moment, and that's something else that I need to talk about. Yeah, 15 minutes with your phone left on the app is a bit long, especially because phones tend to shut down on their own after that time or run out of charge and things like that. And the long exposure stacking is useless pretty much, because not many people are going to leave their phone on for 15 minutes while the camera keeps going. And when I went out of the app, I had to reconnect, and once I did that, it shut down. It just, the long exposure stacking stopped, and that was annoying. Yeah, and that's another thing that I need to talk about, is the limit for long exposure stacking. So there's a limit of 30 photos, I think it's 30. Yeah, 30 photos and 30 seconds. 30-second exposure. Now, I understand that is normally for daytime long exposures, and you don't normally need longer than 15 minutes. But this Arsenal would be great for star trails, and that's what I was trying to use it for. I was doing a stacked long exposure in-app with this, and it just wasn't long enough. I recommend that you can maybe add a longer timer in it, or maybe add a bulb mode so you can make it so you can use bulb within the long exposure stacking. You know, that kind of thing. I understand that, you know, it'd be great to have that in it, and have it so you can do longer exposures. You know, that's pretty much it. Honestly, overall though, I can totally see where this is going, and I love it. It's so great. Even though it's very glitchy, it's still in early development, and there's still a lot of updates coming out, and that's why I'm making this video, so that maybe Arsenal will see it and think, alright, yeah, we'll add one of those features in all of them. But, you know, it's a great gadget. Gadget. Sound like a 50-year-old. Anyway, it's a great thing. You know, it's brilliant. It's tiny. It's literally smaller than my hand, and it's got so much stuff in it, and it's brilliant, you know. Chuck it in your camera bag and use it on a shoot. It's great. And even though it's got so many glitches, it'll go so far, and it'll help me so much in my future. And I'm glad I have it. Anyway, it's a great thing. So if you're thinking about getting it, I highly recommend it. Yeah, there are also a few things that the updating process, the first part of updating process is a bit rusty still. It took me about 9 tries to get it, and each update takes about 40 minutes, and yeah, that can get annoying, especially when you open the app and you want to shoot and it says you need to update. Especially, another thing you could do is people get notifications when new updates are out. That'd be great, so that you don't get caught up on a shoot and you go, oh crap, I need to update it to use it. So yeah, overall I really love it. You know, you guys, Arsenal, you guys have done a great job, and you know, I'm so happy to have it. And this has just been a quick review of it. You know, just the really bare parts of it, the main basic parts of it. But later on, once I've tried out the other features, I'm definitely going to go over them and talk about how efficient it is and things like that. And I'll give you guys updates over time about improvements to the app and things like that. Anyway guys, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it gave you a bit of help about understanding this thing and maybe knowing if you want to get it. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
One